Good day, everyone. I'm Aname Kinlog, and together with my group mates Maria Rodella de los Reyes and Joseph Emmanuel Estuquia, we will be tackling to you about the price mix. So, as we all know, price is one of the most crucial elements of business strategy because it directly affects revenue, profitability, and customer perception. Business must carefully determine the right pricing strategy to remain competitive while meeting their financial goals. Through this discussion, I will cover the topics about what is price mix, the objective of pricing, factors influencing pricing decisions, and its importance in business. So, price. Price is the sum of values that consumers exchange for the benefits of having or using the product or service. It is one of the most sensitive and flexible marketing mix element because it can be quickly adjusted to respond to market conditions, competition, and customer demand. Unlike product development or distribution, which takes time to change, pricing can be modified instantly through discount, promotion, and dynamic pricing strategies. Businesses use pricing adjustment to stay competitive, to attract customers, maximize profits, and to adapt economic shifts. This flexibility makes pricing a powerful tool for maintaining their market position and profitability. It is not merely a number, but it is also a strategy tool that determines the organization's income flow and its long term sustainability. So price is the only element in marketing mix that produces a revenue. So kanang revenue is mo na siya ang money sa business nga gi-earn by selling the product or service. And the profit is the money which your business keeps after accounting for all the expenses. So ang price is mo na siya ang mo produce og revenue while other elements kay nagrepresent na siya og cost. Then pricing. Pricing is an act of process determining the price of a product. It is complex process because there are many factors, both internal and external, that can affect this process. This means that the process of selecting the pricing objectives, determining the possible range of prices, developing price strategy, setting the final price, and implementing and controlling pricing decisions. Next is cost. Cost is only one determinant in a decision to purchase a product or a service. So the expected benefit to be derived from its purchase is another. As a result of a new cost containment incentives of managed care plans, providers and insurers are subject to new health care services, especially pharmaceuticals, to an evaluation in which cost and benefit are explicitly compared. Then cost and price are frequently used interchangeably rather. It must be noted that a price and cost are two different terms. So cost is nag-refer ni siya sa amount of money nga gispend for producing a product or a service. Ang price, on the other hand, it refers to the amount of money for which the same products or services are offered to buyers. Then price is simply the cost plus markup. A company has two types of cost. First is the fixed costs. So these are the costs that do not change even if the quantity or volume of the production changes. These costs are also called as overhead costs. These costs stay the same no matter how much you produce. So examples of fixed cost is rent. If a pharmaceutical company rents a factory space for 30,000 per month, it is required to pay 30,000 monthly regardless of the number of units it is able to produce or sell within the entire month. Next is the variable cost. Variable costs change directly with changes in quality or volume of production. Thus, variable cost is usually on a per unit basis as exemplified by the cost of raw materials. So this cost can change depending on how much you produce, and the more you produce, the higher ang imong total variable cost. So example dani is raw materials. If you make more medicine, you buy more ingredients so that the cost will increase. Another example is if a company uses 100 pesos worth of raw materials for 1 unit of product, it will spend 500 pesos in materials if it produces 5 units. So if 1,000, it produces 10 units and so on. Total cost. Total costs refer to the sum of a company's fixed costs and variable costs under a given level of production. A company must set a price that covers total cost to avoid losses. The goal is to make enough profit after covering all costs. So cost leadership is an important competitive tool. Cost leadership strategy is a company that produces at a lower cost than its competitor has two main advantages. First is low price, the second is same price. So low price is it attracts more customer. Mo nang advantage sa ilaha. Next is the same price, in which ang company is maka-earn og more profit per unit. If a company is able to produce a product of the same quality as its competitor at a lower cost, it can charge a lower price for the same product and gain more customers. Or it can sell the same product at the same prices as its competitors, and in the process, it earns more profit. Price mix. Price mix refers to the strategies and decisions a business makes regarding the business of its product or services. So, price mix is a part of the marketing mix. If nakainamdum mo sa katong book nga gibasihan nato sa ato ang exam, nadatoy four P's that consist of product, price, place, o promotion. So, kaning price mix, it includes setting the base price, applying discounts, choosing pricing policy, and to determine payment terms to attract customer, compete in the market, and cover cost and earn profits. So example dani is setting a price for a medicine, generic o branded. So in that way makatabang ka sa customer nya maka benefit pud ka. Then the next example is offering discount to senior citizens o PWD. A well-planned strategy helps ensure that medicines remain accessible to patients while maintaining pharmacy profitability. Next is the pricing objectives. First type of pricing objective is profit-oriented objective. This focuses on maximizing the company's profit. Businesses using this approach they typically set price that will either achieve a specific profit margin or overall profit level. Businesses that uses this set price can help them reach a certain profit target. So kaning profit oriented objective is nanisajay two common strategies. First is target profit strategy, in which a specific profit target is set and the price is adjusted to reach that goal. A pharmacy wants to earn 50,000 profit this month. It calculates how many products it needs to sell and set the price to reach that goal. The company decides how much profit it wants to make. Then it sets the price of the product to reach that goal. Then the other strategy is target return pricing. The price is set to achieve a desired return on investment, ensuring that business earns a specific return relative to the cost or capital invested. This strategy is about getting a specific return on the money invested in the business. The company sets a price that will earn a percentage return based on what they spend, like equipment or inventory and etc. So example Dani is a hospital pharmacy in Cebu invest at 10 pesos million in a new compounding lab to create a customized medication for patients with special needs. The hospital wants a 20% return on investment within 2 years. So the pharmacy calculates that it needs to generate at least 12 million pesos in revenue, which is 10 million pesos para sa investment and 20% return. Then it prices compounded medications accordingly, ensuring each unit contributes to reaching the ROI target. It markets its compounding services to doctors and specialists who treat patients with unique medications. It partners with insurance company and HMO to increase patient access to its specialized medication. In result, by achieving steady sales and optimizing cost, the pharmacy reaches its 12 million pesos revenue goal, securing a 20% return on investment within the target period. The next type of pricing objective is the sales-oriented pricing. So this focuses on increasing sale rather than having profit. Their goal is to increase the market share or sales volume even if immediate profits are low. This approach also involves pricing products lower to attract more customers or build brand awareness. It is commonly used when a company is trying to grow its market presence or penetrate a competitive market. The goal is to increase market share and total number of sales. So even if the profit are small, para nila is it's okay as long as the business will grow. So example Dani is a generic pharmacy chain in Davao City aims to increase a market share by selling more units of medication even if profit margins are lower. So in implementation, the pharmacy offers lower prices than competitors on essential medicine. It also launches a buy one take one promo for over-the-counter vitamins and supplements. As a result, the pharmacy gains more customer, increases the total sale volume, and strengthens its market position even if the profit per unit is low. The next type is the status quo objective. So in this strategy, the company aims to maintain its current market position and avoid competition related to price wars. The prices are often set in line with competitors' price or maintain stability in the market. It is more conservative pricing strategy used when a company doesn't want to risk losing market share or engage in price competition. Essentially, their goal is to keep things as they are or simply match the competitor's price to maintain market equilibrium. Example is a hospital pharmacy in Makati matches the prices of nearby competitors to avoid a price war and maintain stable revenue. Next is the factors influencing price. So price can influence the type of decisions a customer makes. Lower price can appeal to logic and rationality, while higher prices can trigger emotion and responses. By understanding these dynamics, companies can tailor their pricing strategy to fit the type of product and target audience. While developing a pricing strategy, businesses must consider these top competitive pricing factors. By understanding your customer, competition, and overall market condition, you can determine the right price for your product or service. The 7 factors of good pricing strategy. First is competitor pricing. Before setting pricing, you should research the market to understand where your products and services are falling. Look at competitors who offer the similar products to see their prices. Keep in mind that this isn't about matching or undercutting their prices. It's about gaining insights into the market's pricing standards. This can help you find product price range to ensure that you're not overpricing or underpricing. First is you check what others are charging for your similar products. Next is you don't have to copy their prices, but it helps you understand the price range in your market. In this way, you won't set your price too high or too low. The next one is cost of goods. Conducting a thorough cost analysis is a crucial step in determining prices. The company needs to examine how much it costs to produce your product or provide your service. So think about the cost of production things like raw materials and labor. This will clarify the baseline cost and help ensure your pricing strategy covers these fundamental expenses. First is know how it actually costs to make or to offer your product. This includes material, labor, and other production expenses. So your price should at least cover your cost and still leave a room for profit. Next is the customer demand. Another significant pricing factor is how willing your target market is to pay for your product or service. It is what you're offering considered an essential need, a luxury, or something in between. A primary need will maintain a pretty consistent level of demand. On the other hand, luxury items may be more sensitive to external factors and price increases. Think about how much people want your product and what they are willing or are they willing to pay. If it's basic need like medicine, demand usually stays steady. While if it is a luxury item, people may only buy it when they have an extra money. Perceived value. Pricing is deeply intertwined with the perceived value of a product or service. Customers are often willing to pay more if something is precious, whether a daily essential or a luxury item. This could be due to the quality, functionality, scarcity, and uniqueness. It could even stem from a great marketing strategy highlighting what makes your business stands out. So what do customers believe your product is worth? If people see it as a high quality, unique, or valuable, they may be willing to pay more. Good marketing and branding can also increase this perceived value. The fifth one is the market condition. Economic and market trends also play a role in pricing decisions. This could include factors like inflation rate, consumer spending habits, and the health of your industry. In times of economic downturn, consumers can become more conservative, so you may need to adjust your pricing strategy. Look at the bigger picture like the economy and its industry trends. During tough times like inflation or economic downturns, people spend less. You might need to adjust your price based on what's happening in the market. Sixth is labor. Labor costs a major business expense and can be a significant factor in setting prices. These costs can encompass wages, benefits, and additional compensation provided to employees involved in everything from production to delivery. It is important to give a fair compensation to your employees. This includes how much you pay your employees, like wages or benefits, and etc. Because labor is a big part of your total cost, especially in service or production. Paying fair wages is important, but it also affects how you set your prices. Next is additional overhead. There are additional expenses that come with running a business. This includes fixed costs such as rent and insurance and more variable costs like purchasing equipment or advertising a new product. You'll need enough in you. There are all other costs of running a business like rent, insurance, utilities, ug advertisement, and equipment. You need to make sure that your pricing helps cover these costs too. Next topic is the importance of price mix in pharmaceutical field. First is it ensures affordability and access to medicine. A diverse price mix allows patients to choose between branded and generic and alternative medications based on their budget. It helps low-income patients access essential medicine without sacrificing the quality. So example is a pharmacy offers a generic paracetamol at 2 pesos per tab and a branded alternative is it costs 10 pesos per tab to cater to a different income levels. Next is it maintains profitability and business growth. Strategic pricing ensures business sustainability while keeping medicines affordable. This helps businesses manage operational costs, supplier pricing, and profit margins. Example is a pharmacy set higher markups on supplements which is 30% and a lower markups on essential medicine which is 10% to balance profit and accessibility. Third one is it strengthens market competitiveness. A pharmacy's price mix influence its ability to compete with local drugstores, online pharmacies, and hospital pharmacies. Competitive but a sustainable pricing helps attract and retain customers. So example dani is a drugstore sets its antibiotic prices at 5 pesos, lower than competitors while offering a free pharmacist consultation for every purchase. The fourth one is encourage customers' loyalty and repeat purchases. Transparent, fair, and consistent pricing builds trust and long-term relationship with customers. Discounts, bundles, and loyalty programs help also to retain customers. So example dani is a pharmacy offers a 5% discount for a senior citizen on non-PWD regulated medicines. This encourages repeated visits. Next is it supports telepharmacy and mobile health expansion. Digital pharmacies need a pricing strategy for service fee, delivery charges, and virtual consultations. This helps telepharmacies compete with traditional drugstores and other online retailers. Example is a telepharmacy offers a free delivery for orders over 1,000 pesos and a 50% consultation fee for online prescriptions. Six is it aligns with government regulations and pricing policies. The Philippine Drug Price Regulation limits price increases on essential medicines. Pharmacies must balance compliance with price controls while maintaining profitability. So example dani is a pharmacy adjusts its price mix by selling high margin vitamins alongside regulated medicines with fixed prices. Number 7 is it adapts to insurance and HMO reimbursement. So pharmacists working with PhilHealth and private HMOs needs to adjust pricing to align with coverage policies. This helps maintain consistent revenue from insured patients while offering a flexible options for cash paying customers. Example dani is a hospital pharmacy offers discounted prices for HMO covered medicines while maintaining standard pricing for the walk-in customers. 8 is it differentiates the pharmacy in the market. Unique pricing models such as subscription-based, medicine refills, bulk discounts, and premium pricing for specialty drugs create a competitive edge. Example here is a pharmacy offers a 999 pesos monthly hypertension package that includes maintenance drug, home delivery, and virtual doctor consultations. Number 7 is it adapts to insurance and HMO reimbursement. So pharmacists working with PhilHealth and private HMOs needs to adjust pricing to align with coverage policies. This helps maintain consistent revenue from insured patients while offering a flexible options for cash paying customers. Example then is a hospital pharmacy offers discounted prices for HMO covered medicines while maintaining standard pricing for the walk-in customers. 8 is it differentiates the pharmacy in the market. Unique pricing models such as subscription-based medicine refills, bulk discounts, and premium pricing for specialty drugs create a competitive edge. Example here is a pharmacy offers a 999 pesos monthly hypertension package that includes maintenance drug, home delivery, and virtual doctor consultations.
Hello everyone, I am Maria Rodela de los Reyes and let us tackle about the pricing problems in the Philippines. So, in the Philippines, there is a high cost of medications. Many essential and life-saving drugs are expensive, making them unaffordable for lower-income individuals. The cost of imported medicine is higher due to taxes, tariffs, and logistical expenses. Branded drugs dominate the market, and generic substitution is not always encouraged by prescribers. However, there is a law that encourages it, but um, and sometimes it is not followed because there is still a thinking there is still a thinking that there is a huge difference between generic and branded medicines, despite the efforts of our DOH, FDA, and the pharmacists to educate patients. So, in this example, there is a study comparing medicine prices in the Philippines with those in India and Pakistan found that medicines in the Philippines were significantly more expensive. For example, a Ponstan 500 milligram mefenamate was priced at 22 in the Philippines compared to 3 pesos on India and 1.4 pesos in Pakistan. That is a big difference. Second is price variation across pharmacies. So there is prices of the same medication can differ significantly between drugstore due to different differences in supply cost, mga pharmacy fallacy, and location based on price strategy pricing. Community pharmacists may charge higher prices than new hospital pharmacies. So, research indicates that medicine prices can vary significantly between public and private sectors. So, innovator brands are more often available on private pharmacy, while lower price generics are more common sa mga public pharmacies or mga pharmacy. So, MDRP or the limited of implementation of maximum drug retail price. The MDRP policy, which is the price ceiling for certain essential drug, is not strictly enforced across for all pharmacies. Some pharmacies still sell regulated drugs at higher prices, and there are loopholes that allow their price adjustment. So, for example, the Philippines implemented policies like the Generics Act of 1988 to encourage the use of generic medicine and reduce prices. However, dili jud ni siya ma-follow, leading to continued high prices for certain drugs. And there is a monopoly also on the lack of competition. The pharmaceutical industry in the Philippines is dominated by few large companies, leading to limited price competition. So some drug manufacturers engage in price control strategy to maintain higher profit margins. So the pharmaceutical market in the Philippines is dominated by few kanang mga kuan mo na gamay ra gyud kanang competition for prices. So, next is generic and branded. Naagi hapon tay notion no nga mas nindot jud ang kanang branded medicine sa real world. So, despite the efforts of our government nga mo spread og education, naagi hapoy some nga mo prefer jud sila og branded medication tungod kay kanang kaingnan nila nga mas efficient or mas nindot ag kanang kuan ag branded. Um, some doctors also prescribe branded drugs over generics. Muna maka-affect siya sa choices sa mga consumer o munang maapektuhan ag medication cost. Next is rising cost of pharmaceutical operations. So, ang pag-operate po generally sa mga pharmacies is need siya og mga regulations, like mali siya follow regulations, licensing, mga storage requirement, and personal salary. So, muna mataas pa dag kanang kuan. Furthermore, lack of price transparency. So patients often do not have access to a standardized price list for medications, leading to difficulty in comparing prices between pharmacies. So online platforms and pharmacy or price monitoring systems are wala jud siya use. So next is impact of supply chain disruptions. So natural disasters, mga global shortages, and logistical problems mo dyan ang makataas po sa presyo. So, for example, is kato yung pag COVID-19, no? Kanang daghay mga pharmacy ag nag-freeze og challenge due to kanang disruption sa kanang supply chain. So, pricing approaches. So, new product pricing strategies. So, market scheming pricing. So, it involves setting a high initial price for a new product to maximize revenue from early adopters willing to pay a premium. This approach targets less price-sensitive segments and decreases cost over time as the market becomes saturated. So, for example lang sa Apple, often uses market scheming para sa iyang iPhone, di ba, mo initially gyud kanang inigawas jud sa iPhone, taas jud ang presyo mo nang makuan ang mga tao. Pero as the time progresses, magkagamay agihang presyo kay na naman pa new nga mo abot. Next is market penetration pricing. So, it involves setting a low initial price to attract many buyers. So, ani nga principle or approach, gabay na pod ang price para maka-attract og market. Unya, iyahang ma-deter ang competitor sa entering sa market. So, example is ag Netflix, mag-set siya low subscription prices to attract mga subscribers. Munang, mo raise siya and eventually, after niya ma-establish iyahang name or iyahang services. Next is kanang cost-based price strategy. So, cost plus pricing. So, markup pricing. So, nag-involve siya adding og standard markup percentages sa cost of producing a product to determine sa selling price. So, this method ensures that costs are covered and a profit margin is achieved. So, example is a furniture manufacturer might use cost plus pricing by adding 20% markup to the production cost of a table to set its retail price. Second is a break-even pricing. Muna siya ang strategy where ang selling price is set to cover the total production and distribution costs. So, makaresult siya in no profit or loss. The goal ani is ma-determine ang sales volume needed para mo cover ang expenses. So, ang example is the new restaurant might set menu prices based on a break-even analysis to ensure that the revenue from sales covers the cost of ingredients, labors, and overhead. So pricing approaches is and target profit pricing. It involves setting a stand price based on the desired profit margins. So companies use break-even analysis to calculate the price needed to achieve their target profit. Factoring in costs and projected sales volume. So example is a company producing electronic gadgets might set a price to ensure they cover all costs and achieve a 15% profit margin based sa sales forecast. Next is value-based pricing strategy. So iyang iset ag kuan price sa perceived nga value rather than sa cost of production. Example ani is mga luxury brands, dili man jud sila mag-base sa cost of production, mag-base jud sila sa percentage of quality sa kanang mga luxurious nga items. Next is competition based pricing strategy. Example is going rate pricing. When nag-involve siya, setting prices based on competitors' charging rather than the company's cost or value consideration. Muna approach. This approach aligns a company's pricing with the prevailing market rate. Example, airlines often use going rate pricing where ticket prices align with competitors to stay competitive. Next is the sealed bid pricing. So it is used in competitive bidding situation nga ag companies submit confidential bids to win contracts. So the pricing is based on how a company estimates competitors ka agwil nila to price their bids. Example is kanang mga construction companies may submit sealed bids sa public project estimating competitors' bids to ensure their bid is competitive but profitable. Next is product mix pricing strategy. So a product line pricing. It involves setting different prices for various products in a product line based on their features, benefits, and quality levels. So example is a smartphone manufacturer may offer a range of models at the different prices from a basic model to a premium version nga naay enhanced nga features. Next is a optimal product pricing. It involves offering optimal or unnecessary accessory product along with the main product, allowing the consumer to customize their um, purchase with additional features for enhancement. So, when purchasing a car, mga buyers can add kanang features like leather seat or a kanang navigation system at an additional cost. Next is captive product pricing. Mag-involve siya setting a low price for the main product but charging high price for essential complementary products needed for the main product. Example, mga printers, gisold siya so cheaply pero ang mga ink cartridges o paper mo po siya higher kaayo ang price. Next is by product pricing. It involves setting prices for secondary products or waste generated during the product of the main product. So byproducts are sold to generate additional revenue. So a lumber mill might sell sawdust and wood chips byproducts as animal bedding for use in energy production. Next is product bundle pricing. So combining multiple products and offering them for sale at a lower price than individually purchased ones. So fast food restaurants offer meal bundles that include a burger, fries, and a drink at a reduced price compared to purchasing them separately. Price ad- Price adjustment strategy. So, in discount pricing, it offers reductions in regular prices to incentivize purchases and reward specific customers' behaviors or purchases. To incentivize purchases and rewards specific ka ng customer behaviors or purchasing conditions. So, mga cash discount, quantity discount, o seasonal discount. So, naapoy segmented pricing mo nag-involve siya charging different prices sa different segments of customers based sa various factors such as customer type, location, product version, or type of purchase. Next is customer segment pricing. Next is physiological pricing. It involves leverages kanang consumer psychology para maka-attract siya kuan, for example, gi-price ang product to 9.99 instead of $10. Mo nang maka-offer siya cheaper. Next, promotional pricing. Nag-involve siya temporarily reducing price or offering special deals para maka-attract og customers and increase traffic para sa store. Munang buy one get one free promotions to drive traffic and increase sales volume even if it means selling at a loss. Next is geographical pricing. Nag-involve siya og kanang setting different prices for the same product depending siya sa geographical location kung asa siya gibaligya. So this strategy accounts for differences in cost, demand, and competitive conditions in various regions. So a technology company might set higher price first product in countries with a higher living costs and import tariffs while offering lower prices in companies nga lower cost. Strategies for pricing pharmacist services. Next is estimate demand. This consists of kanang determining how much of the services consumers will purchase over a range of possible prices. So the manager must remember that the demand of the service is influenced by all of the elements of the marketing mix, not just the price. Next is calculating cost of provided services. This lets the manager know how much on average the pharmacy must change for each unit of service to break even. Determine net income. So the profit objective is based on the pharmacist's desire para maka return on assets, then adjusted for competition, demand, and pharmacy's objectives. So set initial pricing and compare prices. Next is consider competitors' responses. So a low price might result in competitor lowering their prices. Then implement the price. Next is monitor patient and competitor response. Then, i-evaluate nimo para ma-ensure nga ang services is generating its desired sales and profits. So, that is all. Thank you. And you will move on to the next PowerPoint, which is led or reported by Joseph A. Stockton. Bye-bye!
Hello everybody and good morning. Today I'll be delving in my part with the Group 6 report on marketing. My part will be about the determinants of pricing and issues in price management in the pharmaceutical industry. In pricing, decisions are influenced by several factors such as businesses, their prices it's either competitive, sustainable, or aligned in market dynamics. Now, under these determinants, we have competitor pricing. This is researching similar products helps businesses avoid overpricing or underpricing. For example, a pharmacy might compare prices of over-the-counter pain relievers to set a competitive price for a new brand. This ensures the price aligns with market standards while reflecting the product's value. Next, we have determinants of pricing. Under the second slide, we have cost of goods. A cost analysis is necessary to determine the baseline price. This includes the fixed cost, for example, rent, and variable costs like raw materials and labor. For example, a pharmaceutical company must calculate the cost producing a drug, including manufacturing and labor, to ensure the price covers these expenses. The formula for price for this is price equals cost times markup, emphasizes the need to cover cost while adding a profit margin. Next, we have customer demand. Demand reflects on how much consumers are willing to pay, influenced by whether a product is a necessity or a luxury. Essential products like medications for chronic conditions have consistent demand, while elective treatments may be more price sensitive. For example, a pharmacy might assess demand for a need for a new medication to set an appropriate price. Kung makasabot mo sa kanang demand elasticity, kanang ma-response mo sa kanang kanang price changes, makatabang ni sa para makamaxify sa kanang sa inyong sales o kanang revenue. Next, we have perceived value. Sa perceived value, ang product niya kay magmata sa mga consumers na maka-influensya sa pricing. Ang mga kanang consumers niya kay willing to pay sa mga willing sila pay pa na mas taas-taas sa mga items na para nila kay kanang high quality or kanang unique kanang na wala di basta-basta makakuha sa mga common na tao. Sa pharmaceutical industry, brand name drug might be kanang priced higher compared to generic drugs kanang because para sa mga customers effective siya even though basically the same ra ang effect nila sa kanang generic. Tungod pod sa kanang mga advertisement like sa kanang Biogesic for example, daghan mo prefer sa kanang Biogesic kaysa ubang mga kanang paracetamol brand, allowing para magmamahal sila pod gamay. We have sunod na pod kay market conditions, ang mga economic trends, kanang mga price ng inflation karon suffer tag inflation from 55 pesos nagama nag 57 pesos atong equivalent sa US dollar, and kanang consumer kanang spending habits pod maka-affect sa atong pricing. Kanang sa mga panahon kanang mga sa economic downturn like sa mga sa katong hitabo sa the Great Depression or katong the economic crash of Asia sa katong mga 1990s or late 2000s ba to, mga consumers siya kay basig ma-price sensitive na sila requiring price adjustments. For example, kung ang isa ka pharmacy niya kay ilang i-lower niya ang prices on non-essential medications during a recession, kada mga recessions kay kada imong economy murag either hing stagnant or hing bagsak gamay, to maintain sales. Pricing must adapt to external economic factors to remain competitive. Next, we have labor cost. Sa mga labor cost, including under ani kay mga wages, sa mga benefits sa employees, para sa iyong masud sa imong company, o mga kanang employees involved sa production of service sa imong company are a significant factor pod. In a pharmacy, this includes salaries from pharmacists and technicians. These costs must be factored into the price of service like consultations to ensure profitability while maintaining quality service. Next, and probably the last, it's the last, additional overhead costs such as kanang rent, insurance, advertising, and kanang total cost sa imong operations sa imong company. For example, a pharmacy incurs cost for renting a retail space and maintaining inventory systems. These expenses must be covered by the pricing strategy to ensure sustainability while maintaining while remaining competitive in the market. Now we're finished with the determinants of pricing. We go now to the issues in price management in the pharmaceutical industry. Price management in the pharmaceutical industry is complex due to high research and development or kanang research and development cost, regulatory constraints kaya mga laws pod under nato pa na marag-maintain po sa mga kanatambal ng mga ibang mga drugs na let's say kalag real prescription kay nasa under watchful eyes sa kanang sa to mga authorities, og napo tayo mga ethical considerations. Ang mga kanang gasunod pa na mga kanang issues kay mag-highlight sa mga kanang kasi mga challenges na gi-face nato sa pharmaceutical industry. First, we have high research and development costs and pricing pressure. Developing a new drug requires significant investment. Mahal kayo na mag-develop of drugs, like it takes kanang may uba na maabot ang mga 8 digits na mga figures, or even mga rare times maabot sa mga kanang 9 digits kung determined dyan ang isa ka company. Companies face pressure to set high prices to recover these costs. Kana man matawag mga bagong release. Mga companies na kanang monopoly pa una for 20 years before may spread na sa public para pwede sila ng mga COG returns. Companies face pressure to set high prices to recover these costs before patents expire. and generics enter the market. For example, a pharmacy might use market skimming, setting a high initial price for a new drug to recoup development cost. However, this can lead to public criticism if prices are seen as unaffordable, creating a challenge in balancing profitability with accessibility. Next, we have regulatory and reimbursement constraints. Prices are heavily influenced by third-party payers, kana mga like for example mga insurance companies, which kana makaset sila sa mga reimbursement rates. Pili pa ng mga pharmacy niya, pili makaset sa price within these rates to cover the cost and para maka-make po sila profit. For example, if nako na kanang insurance company na mag-reimburse og $10 for sa isa ka medication, a pharmacy must ensure its costs are below this to remain profitable. Low reimbursement rates can limit pricing flexibility, while high prices may lead to exclusion from reimbursement list, reducing patient access. Next, we have price sensitivity and consumer perception. Consumers are often price sensitive. Kung makakita kaya kag mahal na product, di ko kay in a budget ko or broke ka, especially for kana mga non-essential treatments like kana mga cosmetics or gani. However, higher prices can signal better quality pod, as seen in brand name drugs versus generics. For example, a $15 brand name pain reliever and $15, so around mga 1,000 naman or mga 800 pesos, might be perceived as more sensitive or more effective than a $10 generic. Even if they are identical, pharmacies must balance perceived value with affordability, as prices may drive patients to generic or cause them to forgo treatment. Next, we have competition and generic entry. The entry of generic entry. The entry of generics after a patent expires creates intense competition, as generics are priced much lower. Pharmacies may lower prices on branded drugs to compete, but this can erode profit margins. For example, using penetration pricing to gain market share can lead to losses if not managed carefully. Price wars with generics challenges the profitability of branded drugs, forcing companies to adjust their strategies. Healthy man pa ng competition, makatabang pa na sa mga accessibility. As a consumer, makatabang pa na sa accessibility. Pero kung ka, let's say business, under ka sa business that pod good pod, pero para na ako as a marag capitalist kumbog ko, kay mas maayo ang kanang nai competition manang support pag may pagani mga tao mag-support ya sa kanang daghan pa mga private ang mga hospitals para maka-increase ng competitions niya. Nakoy mga public gamay, pero para sa kuan ratio mas daghan pa niya ang private para maka-encourage sa kanang kuan competition, para daghan pa maka-access para mabarato niya ang kanang mga ilang mga services. Next, we have ethical considerations and public perceptions. Excuse me. High drug prices, especially for life-saving medications, often lead to public backlash and accusations of profiteering. A pharmacy's reputation is crucial, as a positive image enhances customer loyalty, but high prices can damage this. For example, setting a high price for a critical medication may lead to criticism, as seen in real-world cases like the EpiPen controversy. Ethical pricing is essential to maintain trust, but it can conflict with profit goals. So basically, kung mga issues siya ito sa pharmacy, literally mag-balance ta sa kanang ma-stable atong revenue o kanang magbantay po ta na kung magsoy pa tagang maluoy sa kanang consumer, sa magsoy tagat mas better access sa atong drugs, magbantay po ta na either dito malugi ba. So next, we have monetary cost and patient expenses. Patients face non-monetary cost, such as time spent waiting for prescriptions and stress for delayed access to medication. Let's say, for example, long wait time sa kanang mga pharmacy kay kanang mga linya kanang number based kanang na okay, customer 5 blah 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 nga na can reduce kanang perceived value even if prices are competitive, driving patients to competitors kay para nila ka daghan man ang sud dere, so kuan dugay man pagkayo para mga drugs, mga hinay man yung mga pharmacists dere, so basta mo balance sa laing mga kanang kanon be mga kanang pharmacists, mga pharmacies sa mga problema pod dapat ma-keep pa na to ang marag efficiency para pas-pas ta maka serve sa atong customers. Pharmacies must consider the overall patient experience and their pricing strategy to ensure satisfactory and loyalty. Next, we have geographical and segmented price challenges. Prices may vary based on location or consumer segment, leading to disparities. Excuse me, I accidentally tapped it. Leading to disparities in access. For example, a drug might be priced higher in a developed country with higher living costs, making it unaffordable in lower income regions. While this maximizes profits in certain markets, it raises ethical concerns about access to essential medicines and can lead to accusations of price discrimination. Nakoy kaila na dugen murag last year to na mga storya may nasay ka ng seizure na sakit, so kailangan sa kanang tambal ng anti-seizure. Ang problema, di sa ka-afford ba nang na-fired sa iyang job doga na to. Ang isa daw ka kuha na to maragpak kay baabot ang mga $70 dire sa US, pero kung dire na abot ra siyag mga kanang kuan mga 500 pesos, which ka 3 times la 70 times 57 ano say mga around kuan ano 57 times 70 mga 3,990 dire, pero somehow ang gi-search yung tambal dire sa Pilipinas, somehow barato na 500 pesos sa isa ka pack. So na po yan tinod dyan ang issue o grabe pag kayo ka difference pod. And that is all. And that is all. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and have a good day.